Summary of chapter 2. As you know, in this chapter we have learned various exact methods for solving the first order differential equation y prime equal to fxy. So what are the methods that you have learned? Let's see them one by one. Depending on the form of fxy, we can solve this first order differential equation. So if fxy is of the form fx into zy, function of x alone, y alone. In this case, you know that the variables are easily separable like this. And after that, you can integrate to get your solution. Simplest case, variable separable case. Second, if fxy is of the form g of ax plus by plus c, what we do in this case? We put ax plus by plus c equal to some variable t. Once we do this, change the given differential equation in terms of t and x, it becomes variable separable. Third case, if fxy satisfies this condition, f dx dy equal to fxy, in this case the differential equation is homogeneous. The differential equation is homogeneous. And which substitution works? In this case, y equal to vx. V is a function of x. So when you substitute y equal to vx and y prime equal to v plus x dv by dx into the given differential equation, it becomes variable separable. Okay. Fourth case, if fxy is of the form ax plus by plus c over px plus qy plus r, where abc, pqr are constants. In this, there are two possibilities. Number one, it is possible that ax plus by is some constant multiple of px plus qy. If you see this relation, then put ax plus by equal to some variable t. You will see that a differential equation will become variable separate. Second possibility, if ax plus by is not constant multiple of px plus qy. In this case, what you need to put, x equal to capital X plus h and y equal to capital Y plus k. And also consider two relations, two equations for solving h and k, ah plus bk plus c equal to 0 and ph plus qk plus r equal to 0. Finally, the equation transforms to this differential equation with these substitutions. The equation transforms to dy over dx equal to ax plus by over px plus qy. Okay, so in this form it's homogeneous and you can solve it. Finally, substitute back your values of capital X, capital Y. So these are four cases depending on the form of fxy that we have done. Now I move to the next case. The exact differential equations. Let's see what are important points related to exact differential equations. First of all, we put the first order differential equation in the form m dx plus n dy equal to 0. After that, this differential equation is exact if m dx plus n dy is exact differential of some function capital F. This is the original definition. And once it's exact differential, solution is, if you know this function capital F, then solution is simply f equal to constant. Next, we have a condition also for checking exactness of this differential equation. What is that? Is exact if and only if del m over del y equal to del n over del x. Very important condition. This differential equation is exact if this condition is satisfied. And once it's exact, solution is integral m dx plus integral n minus del over del y integral m dx dy equal to c. Let me tell you a shortcut that may help you while doing the calculations. This thing, when you solve, is same as terms of n not containing x. Terms of n not containing x. dy equal to c. You can use this formula or this formula. Both are same. So once you see that the differential equation is exact, you can directly use this formula to write the solution. Third point about exact differential equations, that is integrating factor. What is integrating factor? For m dx plus n dy equal to 0, mu is integrating factor if mu m dx plus mu m dy n dy equal to 0 is exact. Means if you multiply the differential equation by mu and it becomes exact, then mu is integrating factor. Some key points about integrating factor. When integrating factor exists, when a solution exists, okay? If the differential equation has the solution, always integrating factor exists. Number two point about integrating factor. Integrating factor is not unique. There can be infinitely many integrating factors. Next, how to find the integrating factor? Do we have some general formulas? Yes, we have two general formulas, means two specific formula. I would not say general. In some specific conditions, you can use those formulas. But there is no general formula for finding integrating factor. What are those two that we can use directly in the problems? If del m over del y minus del n over del x over n is a function of x only, then integrating factor is e power integral hx dx. Very useful formula. In case the differential equation is not exact and you notice that del m over del y minus del n over del x over minus m is a function of y, then integrating factor is e power integral gy dy. E power integral gy dy. If these formulas are not working in a problem and equation is also not exact, in that case, you have to make exact differentials by guessing, or you have to guess the integrating factor. You need to practice some problems. I will do some problems related to that. Okay. Next point. is linear differential equation? First of all, you should know what is a linear differential equation. dy by dx, first order linear differential equation, dy by dx plus pxy equal to qx. Px and qx are functions of x only. We proved that its integrating factor is e power integral px dx, and its solution is, remember the solution formula directly, that would be better. Y into integrating factor equal to qx into integrating factor dx plus c. This form of differential equation is linear. This is its integrating factor, and after that, this is the solution. Next, Bernoulli differential equation. What is it? Which form of equation is Bernoulli? dy by dx plus px y equal to qx y power n. N is not equal to 0, not equal to 1. Because if n is 0 or 1, then it is simply linear differential equation. How to solve it? Just remember that step. Divide both sides by y power n. What do you get? Y power minus n divided by dx plus px y power 1 minus n qx. And then put y power 1 minus n equal to some variable t. Once you do this substitution and simplify it further, you will see that it becomes linear differential equation that you can solve by using this formula. Okay. After this, I told...
There is also one possible solution that we can replace x and y sometimes. There is also one.
Yeah. I will do such a problem today, okay? I will tell you that. One more differential equation I told you that is not in your course, but I would like to tell you again, that is Clauret's differential equation. Clauret's. Which kind of equation it is? Y prime equal to xy prime plus some function of y prime. This kind of differential equation is Clauret's differential equation. It's interesting that it has a singular solution. What is its general solution? Y equal to cx plus fc. Simply replace y prime by c. This is the general solution. And the singular solution is given by x equal to minus f prime t and y equal to ft minus t f prime t. Just check it whether I've written correctly. This is general solution. This is the singular solution. This is in parametric form, parameterized by t. If you eliminate t from these two, you will have the solution in terms of y and x. Okay, just you need to look at it. The Clauret's differential equation may be useful sometimes when you are dealing with differential equations. Okay, next point is reduction of order. Means we can deal with some second order differential equations also by converting them to first order. Reduction of order. I told you two cases. One, when y is absent, the dependent variable y is absent from the second order differential equation. How to solve it? By converting it to first order. Put y prime equal to p and y double prime equal to dp over dx. Second case, once you do this, you will see that it is first order equation in p and x. So first you will find p, and after that you will find y using this relation, y prime equal to p. Second case, if the independent variable x is absent from the second order differential equation, means it is of the form y prime, y double prime equal to 0. In this case also, you put y prime equal to p, but y double prime you change to p dp over dy. P dp over dy. You would like to keep everything in p and y because x is not present. After this step, you solve p in terms of y, and then using this relation, finally you get y in terms of x. Okay. And after that, I told you a couple of theorems which tell you about the existence and uniqueness of the solution of first order differential equation. Very quickly, I revised them. Then I will go to the problems. You can say the final point, existence and uniqueness of solution. So suppose we have this initial value problem, y prime equal to fxy, yx naught equal to y naught. So what is the theorem that says about existence of the solution? Fxy is continuous in a closed rectangular region, say this, carrying the point x naught y naught, and suppose fxy is bounded also in this rectangular region bounded by M, then this initial value problem has a solution, and the solution exists in the interval x naught minus h to x naught plus h, where h is minimum of a comma b by M. So this is the existence theorem for the solution of this initial value problem. Uniqueness is also guaranteed provided del f over del y is also continuous. This we call it Picard's theorem. And there is one more condition that is called Lipschitz condition. If Lipschitz condition is satisfied, then also you can say the solution is unique. Either Lipschitz condition is satisfied or del f or del y is continuous. In both cases, you can guarantee uniqueness of the solution. All right. Now I come to the problem. Many students have asked this particular problem that if we are testing the equation for exactness and it's not exact and integrating factor is not matching the two formulas that we have done, then what should we do in this kind of problems? How to guess the integrating factor? There is no general rule for guessing the integrating factor. Okay. Let me discuss some problems. By that, you will have some idea that how to think about the integrating factor. See this problem. Y dx plus x plus 3x cubed y power 4 dy equal to 0. First check it whether it's exact. If it's not exact, you can check it. M is y here, n is x plus 3x cubed y power 4. So if you find del m over del x, del m over del x, no, del m over del y, that is 1, and del n over del x is 1 plus 9x square y power 4. You can see clearly these are not equal. Equation is not exact. Next, if you try this thing, del m over del y minus del n over del x, then you get 9x square y power 4. If you divide by m, still it is a function of xy. And if you divide by n, there is no point in dividing by minus n because, again, x, y both are there. So how to deal with this kind of problem? Let me tell you.
Can you please repeat last statement again?
Which statement?
Why cannot we have exact integrating factor by that?
No, we have integrating factor, but we cannot find that integrating factor by this non-formulas. Okay, I'm going to explain this thing. Okay. So you see, this is y dx plus x dy. I'm trying to explain that how to think the integrating factor. Let's separate the terms 3x cube y power 4 dy. Let us divide both sides by x cube y cube. I will tell you why I'm or you can say multiplying both sides by 1 over x cube y cube. See what do you get? You get dx over x cube y square plus dy over x square y cube, and here x cube y cube because I have divided, so what is left? 3y dy. You can see that this is integrable, no problem here. What about these two terms? Can we combine these with exact differential? Okay. What is the differential of 1 over x square y square? X square into y square. Can you solve it? 1 over x square y square. And after that, multiply that by minus 1 by 2. Do you think that you are getting these two terms? You see, if I'm taking the differential, first let's differentiate 1 over x square, 1 over y square. Okay. 1 over x square differential is what? With respect to x, if I differentiate. Let's leave 1 over y square as it is. Minus 2 over x cube dx, that's what? Minus 2 over x cube. Now see it. You are seeing the exact differential here. 1 over x square derivative is minus 2 over x cube dx. Likewise, then 1 over x square as it is, derivative of 1 over y square is minus 2 over y cube dy. So how I guessed it, that is the main point. You see the symmetry. There are terms y dx plus x dy. If I divide by x cube, why I have divided by x cube? Because if there should be no x cube if I want to integrate this. So a suitable choice for the division throughout the differential equation is x cube y cube. And once I do that, I'm able to see that these two terms are exact differential. If I differentiate this, then I get this thing. Okay. After that, you can integrate both sides. If I integrate, what do I get? Minus half 1 over x square y square, and integration of 3y is 3y square over 2 equal to c.
Sir, I have a suggestion, sir. Instead, why can't we just in the second equation take xy equal to v and take dv plus 3v cube into y dy? That will be easier.
The differential equation can be solved in many ways. Okay. So if you find some other suitable substitution, you can try that. Okay. I'm just trying to explain that how to think of the integrating factor. Okay. Yes.
Using the two specific formulas also, I found mu, but that wasn't matching with the answer. Why is that? Is that mu wrong, or
this kind of problem or some other problem?
yeah, this one only?
No, but how have you found mu in this case? Because mu, if you use those two formulas, that carries function of x as well as y. Those are not applicable.
Okay.
Sir, can you explain once more how you guessed about 1 by?
Okay. First of all, you see the symmetry. You see, these two terms are differential of xy. Do you agree with this? D of x into y is equal y dx plus x dy. But this is not going to help me because this term carries x as well as y. So I need to get rid of x cube from this. So I divided by x cube, but dividing by x cube doesn't help me. Okay. Certainly I have to divide by x cube. But x cube division is not helping me. So I have taken y cube also so that it becomes exact differential of this. Point is that you do some problems of this kind, then you will be comfortable. You will understand how to create exact differentials. I will take some more problems. Okay. You need to practice some problems because there is no direct way of thinking it. Okay. Now write this problem. Y minus xy square dx plus, okay, before that I can take another problem. See this one, this time you will think yourself. X dy plus y dx plus x square y power 5 dy equal to 0. Considering the previous problem, can you think here what integrating factor can work? It's a similar problem.
X square, Y square.
1 over x square y square.
Yes, sir. 1 upon X square, Y square.
Because you don't want to see x square here, it's dy. And these two terms are symmetric. X dy, y dx. So divide throughout by or multiply by 1 over x square or dividing by x square y square throughout. What do you get? Dy over xy square plus dx over x square y plus y cube dy. Now you can understand these two terms are differential of what? Think it and tell me.
Minus 1 upon xy.
Yes, minus 1 upon xy. Okay, so you see you have done a problem of this kind earlier. That's why you are able to think it. Plus y cube dy. So finally, what is the answer for this problem? Just integrate now. Once you've created exact differential, minus 1 over xy plus y power 4 over 4 equal to c. Okay, let me write another problem. Let's practice some more problems of this type. Shall I clean it? Okay, see this one. Y minus xy square dx plus x square y square dy. Can you guess the integrating factor here before I tell you? Come on, you can tell it. See, those terms are still available that we saw in the previous two problems. Y dx plus x dy.
Sir, 1 upon
1 over x square and y square.
Yes. Let's choose the integrating factor 1 over x square y square. Why are you able to think it? Because now if I divide it throughout by x square y square, then what do I get? 1 over x square y dx, 1 over x square y minus 1 over x dx plus 1 over xy square plus 1 dy equal to 0. You can rearrange the terms to make exact differentials. 1 over x square y dx plus 1 over xy square dy. You know these can be combined in one exact differential minus 1 over x dx, 1 over x dx plus dy equal to 0. There is no problem in integrating these two. Just you need to combine these. You already know these two terms come from the differential of minus 1 over xy. So what is the final answer for this problem? Integrating both sides, we get minus 1 over xy minus ln x plus y equal to c. Okay, let's see another problem where you need to think exact differential. Y square plus xy plus 1 dx plus x square plus xy plus 1 dy equal to 0. You will see that this differential equation is not exact and the two formulas we have learned for integrating factors will not work. So you need to rearrange the terms or do some division or something so that you are able to create exact differentials. See how can we do that in this particular problem. I can arrange the terms like this: y into y plus x, or you can say x plus y dx plus dx. Here x is common, x into x plus y dy plus dy equal to 0. After that, what can you do next step? X plus y into y dx plus x dy plus dx plus dy. Just I have rearranged the terms. After that, are you able to understand the step?
Yes, sir.
What should we do next?
1 upon x plus y. So we should
Yeah,
divide by 1 upon x plus y.
divide by 1 over x plus y. So what do we get? Y dx plus x dy equal to plus dx plus dy over x plus y. How we are able to think it? We know that x plus y differential is exactly dx plus dy. And these two terms can also be combined in the exact differential d of xy plus d of ln x plus y. Now we are able to integrate throughout. So you get xy plus ln x plus y equal to c. So you see, in this differential equation, a simple rearrangement of the terms helps you in getting exact differentials. So I suggest you to practice some more problems. It's not difficult. You will not get such a problem where you have no way to think it out. Okay. So at least practice the problems which are given in the textbook. That will help you.
Sir,
Yes.
so during the exam, are we supposed, like in the case when we don't get a solution by those specific methods, are we supposed to show those steps as well, that we aren't able to find any specific solutions in terms of g of x or
No, no, no,
h of
no.
x or g
You
of y?
need not to explain those things. You need to get the
We can
solution.
directly do by x.
Yeah, you can directly, if suppose you are given a differential equation and it is solvable by making exact differentials and it is solvable by using some other method also. So you can do either way unless it is specifically mentioned in the problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, now I'm writing another problem. You have to think how to do it. Y minus xy prime equal to y prime y square e power y. Looks in a strange form, but if you think carefully, you can deal with it. First, you should try, then I will tell you. Shall I give you the hint or you're trying?
Sir, it is Clairaut's differential equation.
Hmm?
Clairaut's one.
No, no, no. It is carrying y square.
To the right, left side differentiation of x upon y. After rearranging, the left side can be made the differentiation of x upon y.
Yeah, that is one approach. Yes, you're able to think of the exact differential. Yes. Another
So
approach.
we can divide by y square.
Dividing by y square, how it helps. Okay, try it. Let me write the answer also. But
Dividing by
So dividing
1 by
by
x
y square makes x by y on LHS.
Okay. If I ask you to solve it using linear differential equation, then what to do? Suppose I ask you to solve it as a linear differential equation. Can you manage it? I've written the answer here. Okay. Solve it as a linear differential equation.
Sir, we need to multiply by dx by dy then.
Okay, let me tell you a simple way. Interchange x with y. Interchange x and y. Then see what is the problem and solve it. If I interchange x and y, that means it's x, it's y, x minus y, dy by dx becomes dx over dy, dx over dy, x square e power x. I'm changing the roles of x and y. After this, separate dx over dy from it, or you can write it like this: x equal to x square e power x plus y dx over dy. Now take this dy by dx to the left side. So what do you get? Dy by dx equal to division by x means x e power x plus 1 over x y. Now you are able to see it exactly as linear differential equation. Isn't it? It's a linear differential equation in x and y. What is its solution? Find its solution and tell me. How to find the solution? First write the integrating factor. Integrating factor is e power minus 1 over x dx. That means it is minus ln x power minus 1, and finally it is 1 over x. So integrating factor is 1 over x. That means solution is y into integrating factor equal to qx into integrating factor x 1 over x into x e power x dx. So what do we get? Finally, y over x equal to e power x plus c. But this is not your answer because you interchanged x and y. Final answer is this one. In your final answer, again interchange x and y. Okay, so you,
Sir.
yes.
Um, so we didn't actually have to interchange x and y. Like, why can't we just perform the same steps in the original equation? Like, write y dash as dy by dx and then do the exact same thing we did here.
You are doing y dash as?
Write y dash as dy by dx and then follow the exact same manipulations we did as
It's the
we
same.
just did.
What you're telling, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's not different from that. Okay, means in your brain itself you are thinking that x is my dependent variable, y is independent variable. That way also you can do it, but because we are used to use this y as dependent variable, x as independent variable, so this way I think it's better, but you can do that way also.
Sir, how did you think of interchanging x and y as a method for solving this equation?
Because in the usual way, if you try to separate y prime, you will see that it's not linear in that form. There could be
Okay, sir.
another approach also to solve it. Okay, you may create some exact differential of x or y, you may think like that, but because I asked you to solve it using linear differential equation, so this is the way to do it. Suppose the problem is given, solve this as a linear differential equation, then you will try to see whether it's linear or not. So you will separate y prime from it. And if you separate y prime and you are seeing that it's not linear, it means you need to do something. So that's how you can think that let's interchange x and y and see whether it's linear or not. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's see one more problem that I would like you to solve. It's y double prime equal to y prime e power y. Along with two conditions, y0 equal to 0 and y prime 0 equal to 2. Can you solve it yourself? It is a second order differential equation, right? For second order differential equation, you know two approaches. Either x is absent or y is absent. Accordingly, you can reduce the order and make it first order and then solve it. So what is absent from it? X. So it means you will put y prime equal to p and y double prime equal to dp over dx. dp over dx or p dp over dy? P dp over dy, because y is present, so you would like to keep your differential equation in p and y. Yes, use this here and solve it. First tell me the general solution and then the particular solution satisfying these two conditions. If you do this substitution, time is not left, do it quickly. P times dp over dy equal to p times e power y. You see that p is cancelled. So dp over dy equal to e power y. It's easy to integrate. For getting p is e power y plus c1, because you will again do the integration. Then another constant of integration will appear. P is what? Dy by dx. Okay, after this I think you can do it. How to do it after this? Dy over e power y plus c1. But integration of e power y plus c1 is what? You need to do some manipulation. You would like to create the derivative of denominator in the numerator. So multiply and divide by e power minus y. Now derivative of this is minus c1 e power minus y. Let's create minus c1 also. Now left hand side exactly is ln of, if you integrate both sides, left hand side is exactly ln of 1 plus c1 e power minus y equal to minus c1x plus some constant of integration c2. After that, it's better to separate y from it, because you have conditions on y and y prime. Okay, this part you can do, I guess. Find c1, c2 from it and write the final solution. After this, you can write 1 plus c1 e power minus y exponential of this, and then you can separate y from it. Okay, I'm writing the answer for you. Please verify it when you get time, because time is over. Students will go to the next class. Y equal to minus log 2 e power minus x minus 1. This is the final answer once you find C1 and C2 and substitute back. Okay, so with this, chapter 2 is over from my side. There are some other variety of problems also, but you will see that in the end of the lecture notes, many different types of problems are solved already. If you find any issue there, please let me know. You can write me email, or you can meet me in the consultation hour. Okay. Thank you. We will meet in the next lecture tomorrow.